Well, I think you're part of a very small cabal who's actually putting a finger on it, because purpose, to your point, people kind of vaguely understand it, but they don't exactly know how to find it and how to make that noun into a verb. And I'm gonna ride you hard today, because
Please, I want you to.
people are listening right now and watching us. This is a promise I'm going to make to you. You're gonna, after we're done talking to Chip, you're gonna know how to find your purpose, and you're gonna know how to put it to work.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to that. I think this Modern Elder Academy, you invited me there. I kind of rolled my eyes at it. First of all, I don't think of myself as an elder. And secondly, I couldn't really, it's on the beach. But then I got there, I was blown away.
Thank you.
30 people, disparate, smart, soulful people, all of whom, and this is important, we're going through some sort of transition. Yeah. And we all go through transition. I think this is really an important point in midlife, and the point you make in the Midlife Manifesto, that midlife is when most of the divorces happen.
Yep.
We've been married forever, and we've just been on autopilot, and boom, we hit a road bump, and all of a sudden we're sad and alone.
It's the only form of divorce in the U.S., age-wise, where we're seeing a growth in divorce. Every other age group, other than midlife,
Steady.
is going down. But actually, midlifers, what's called gray divorces, are going up.
Boom, that good example. We lose our jobs. We retire. We age out. There's still ageism. So all of a sudden you've been putting your purpose to work every single day at work, and boom, all of a sudden you get a pink slip. What do you do? Or you quit. You just get to an age, you have a health issue, and you can't do what you used to do.
Well, you're going through menopause and men going through andropause.
Yes.
So there's a physical side to transition as well.
And your big effort right now is rebranding midlife, which I love. And, life expectancy's gone up. And since 1900, life expectancy for men in 1900 was at 40. And now we're up to 73 or 74, almost double. So naturally, middle age when you're supposed to live to 40 is, 25.
Yeah.
And, now we can expect, and by the way, if you've made it to 60, your life expectancy is more like 80 or something, or 90. Right. So really, middle age is probably, well, what would you say? Middle age, what years is middle age?
Middle age, to my mind, is 35 to 75.
Okay.
So it's a
big one.
It's a big one. So, but it's sort of proactively thinking about the future. If we're going to have more and more people living to 100, and midlife is the life stage between early adulthood and later adulthood. So it's a bridge. Think early adulthood ends at 30, 35, and later adulthood, depending upon, your health, could start around 75.
I love it.
And a lot of people actually are not planning on retiring until about 75. So midlife is a bridge that used to be a relatively short bridge, and now it's a really long marathon bridge. And so because of that, it's also a stage of life that we don't understand. The way we think of midlife goes back to Elliot Jakes, a psychotherapist from Canada, who in 1965 said that he did a study on the midlife crisis. And so if I give a speech to 1,000 people and I say, what's the number one word associated with midlife, the first thing that comes out is crisis.
That's so interesting.
And so the way we think of midlife is as if it's a crisis, and if you can survive the crisis, on the other side of that, you have disease.
You die.
You have disease, decrepitude, and death. And so that is such an ancient 50-year-old, 60-year-old point of view that really needs to be rethought. And so, I'm a midlife activist whose basic premise is to help people see that it's not a crisis, it's a chrysalis. Midlife is a transformative time. And the U-curve of happiness research is very clear on this, that yes, there's a dip in life satisfaction around 45 to 52, but after 50, we get happier with each decade.
As long as we keep our health.
Yeah, as long as we keep our health, which most people do after 50. Yeah. In the 70s, you can start to see, for some people, a little bit of a plateauing and a dropping off of happiness. But on average, it's still going up.
Yeah. 100-year-olds are actually happier than 20-year-olds as a cohort.
Is that interesting? Wow.
Yeah, they've made peace It was
Yeah.
less about getting what they want, but being satisfied with what they have. That's what older people become masters at.
Yeah.
Being satisfied with what they have. All right, if you're looking for your next actionable step to stop wishing and start doing, go ahead and click the video on your screen right now. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you can keep getting the practical advice you need to live longer and better. Be a huge favor to me. And we'll see you in the next episode. I guarantee you'll like it even better than the one you just saw.